I never really used to talk to my devices. I always found it a little bit weird. Like, how is this faster than using it? I have shortcuts for everything. I have like type fast enough. Isn't this just like, I don't know, weird? Of course, this all changed with the introduction of LLMs and agentic coding tools. And what do I know? Of course, these things talk all day. Like they stop existing the moment they stop talking. So of course they want talk, 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 talk. They just want more words. So what used to be like your own clumsy blabbering that you would have to clean up afterwards is actually like prime coal for the talking machines. They love it. So now I found myself like talking all day, whispering into my microphone to the coding agents, increase padding on the left. It's not that this isn't weird, but yeah, now it's kind of helpful too. And of course, I do all of my computer talking through Tuna's talk mode. So how do we get to Tuna's talk mode? So usually you would set a hotkey to start Tuna in dictation mode. Like I have here, I spawn it and then say stuff and then hit the hotkey again or press return and it's gonna transcribe, and then when it's done, it outputs the text directly. What you can do instead is like press the hotkey, and while you're talking, press the tab key. As you see, it's gonna switch from pasting to staging, and what that means is that when it's done, it's gonna bring up Tuna, but in text mode with the thing that you just spoke. There's a setting. Let's go there. In talk mode settings, for the behavior that it should do by default, stage or paste, and whatever you choose, tab is gonna switch between them live as you speak. As you see, my shortcut here is in the hotkey style. I have it bound to Hyper S, and in toggle mode. What that means is I press the hotkey, let go of everything, and it's gonna record. While it does, I'll hit the hotkey again when I'm done, and that just works for me. But there's a bunch of ways to configure it in a modifier style, meaning you can just like hold right option in this case, and then it's gonna do its thing while you hold. You can like set it up to hyper key or two things or like whatever. But this specific configuration works for me. We have other settings like pausing media while it's running recording, or just reducing the volume. Actually, I want it flipped. So this is how I have it configured. And of course, all of the dictation that you do in Tuna's talk mode happens on device. So nothing gets sent to any server anywhere. I found that the on-device models work just fine for my needs. Like you don't even have to send it to a server anywhere. Just like all happens on device, completely private, completely just for you. It's using the resources that you already have available. In Tuna Free, which is free and always will be free, you get access to the built-in Apple speech dictation and also the tiny whisper model. You can download and use it inside of Tuna here. It's totally great. Like, doesn't need anything. I think it's English only, but maybe you are too. But if you upgrade to Pro, you get access to more models, which are this whole suite of whisper models plus some others like the parakeet. We even have even more models if you are the tinkering type who want to use all of the things. I've found from my testing that this one, the Whisper Small, is actually the best sacrifice between like how big the model is, how much space it's going to take on your disk and in your RAM, and the results. And I am also Danish, so sometimes I speak Danish, and that's why it's multilingual. I did a test actually because I wanted to figure out like which of these billion models are actually is actually the best one, like the best compromise between size and effectivity. And what I did was to build this tool, which is like another thing with all these agentic tools. Used to be you would spend days just building this testing tool, but now you can just like say it out loud, even into the microphone, whisper it. I want a tool that can compare all the on-device speech to text models, and then give me a resume, not resume, a summary, and then give me a table, and I can sort the table by wall time, and then also write a review of the results, because I can't even be bothered to like pass whatever it is that, and then it just happens. It's totally crazy. But that's what I did. Used build a tool that would take the same audio samples, send it to all the models that are available, and then rank them by time and efficiency and disk use and RAM use. And what it found was actually the same that I've experienced, that the Whisper small model is probably the best compromise between things. And yeah, you can find the report from this tweet and the actual text that it passed. Here's the microphone configuration, and I actually really like how this turned out. I don't remember where I got it, but it must have been from somewhere. The idea is that Tuna remembers all the devices that you've had connected, and then you can sort them by priority in this list. So that means when I'm in my office here and I have it plugged in, I have my fancy Shure mic connected. And when that's connected, I want Tuna to use that as the primary. But otherwise, it should use the MacBook microphone. These are my AirPods. And of course, the cam link and the jack and all these like meta things that can record system audio. I never want to use those. I never want to use my iPhone microphone. So yeah, it's sorted by priority, and it falls back to the next available one. Works kind of nice. And then you can provide a vocabulary, which is going to be sent to the model when it transcribes, but I'm not actually sure if this is how well this works. But it's in there. Of course, as with everything in Tuna, they all compose and compile. So if you want to, say, launch talk mode from another thing with another thing and another, I don't know, your ways, like you do you. But yeah, you can switch between modes in Tuna. So imagine getting the talk mode switch command going, hitting Command K is going to bring you up this context menu about the command that you have staged. You can add a global hotkey, add a combo mode, but you can also copy the run URL. And then from whatever, sorry, let me just get this into place. From whatever app that you want to, you can run this, and it'll open up Tuna directly. And of course, when it's ready, it's gonna do what you've set it up to do, which is in this case pasting directly. Oh, look, it mentions some of the vocabulary. So yeah, apparently it's in there. We also have the Tuna CLI now, which you can use to do the same thing. So in this case, as we can pass from the URL that we copied here, this is going to use this. One second. This subject, and then the action is called Tuna core common actions. I think we can just do switch then as a string here. Yeah, this works. Yeah, so even works through the CLI as well. Yeah, so that's a brief tour through talk mode in Tuna, which is just, like you see, a way to get stuff into text mode. And text mode we've talked about in another video somewhere around here. He's hearing voices. He's starting to talk to his devices. Yeah, I hope you'll find, as I did, that these on-device models are perfectly fine for dictation. I want to at some point add the live dictation modes that some of the apps have, where sort of text starts to appear as you're talking, but I haven't found the on-device versions of those to be quite fast enough for it to be great. And when they aren't, they sort of just end up being distracting. So it's gonna get there eventually, but currently we have this like I don't know, two stage thing going where it's like talking and then it's transcribing and then it gets in there, which works fine for me. That's Tuna dictation mode. I hope you enjoy it and like it. And of course, if you want more Tuna tips, the best place to go is this channel. I hope you'll subscribe for more, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.